In Singapore, a visual artist uses unusual material for his artistic expression. Under his deft hands, sand animation art becomes a great form of storytelling and a performing art. Singapore, the Garden City. The tiny nation is renowned for its gleaming skyscrapers, tree-shaded expressways, and economic achievements. Lesser known to the outside world, Singapore's art community is thriving and expanding. In this metropolis, some artists have gone outside the box to experiment with artworks using unusual material. While most of us associate visual art with paints and canvases, 27-year-old Lawrence Koh has taken a step further in using sand as his medium of artistic expression. His work often celebrates the transient nature of our human existence.
Well, sand animation takes many forms. As an art form, you could sculpt it, you could shape it. But as animation goes, we look at sand in terms of how it takes into a motion form, like as if it's being animated, given character, given storyline with narratives.
Sand animation art is the art of using one's hand to draw with sand. Artists create their masterpieces by adding or removing sand from a glass table, lit from below.
When you do something on the sandboard, like for example, maybe like a bird or something, the end product will be a series of pictures.
By using both negative and positive space, amazing images come to life right before the audience's eye. Using quick fingers, the artist applies different techniques to achieve incredible results. Lawrence has since found a way to communicate with sand. In his hands, the mineral source takes on a new life and speaks to Lawrence in a secret language.
I do communicate with the sand. I feel it for a few days and interact with it. Just do whatever I can with it.
Sand animation art is impermanent in nature. A piece of artwork that takes days to take shape will be destroyed in a moment when the artwork is completed. This has given Lawrence an insight into life's transient nature.
One of the most important things I learned about sand art is to let go of stuff. Because when we let go, we can actually improve. In this kind of a result-oriented world, many people are actually full of stress and full of resentment. So it's the natural thing to have. That's one thing I learned, building connection with things around, and also to sort of know that everything around is impermanent. So knowing that and seeing how a beautiful piece that I do, that's something like my favorite sand art or something, just eventually have to be destroyed. So that itself taught me how to let go.
To celebrate sand animation art at its best, Lawrence is planning a sand animation performance at La Salle School of the Arts. He ropes in dancer Natalie Koh to collaborate with him on the project.
My plan is to actually sort of create a sand art based on the dancers' performances.
Lawrence and Natalie first have to get together to come up with a concept for their collaboration.
The thing I hope to bring across to the audience through this performance and through the visuals I created for this performance is that, everything around us has got their own hidden language, has got their own life within. If we just open our heart and open our mind, we can actually see much more than what the common eyes usually see.
Through his sand art visual presentation, Lawrence creates the story of the evolution of our world. Nature and man are meant to coexist as one entity from the beginning. He wants his audience to experience the beauty of nature, as it provides us the freedom to merge into our original source.
I think Lawrence Koh's unique way of working is he works from the perspective of being spiritual and Zen and transference of what he understood and believed and into his art, and that's what a good artist usually work.
Natalie's choreography presents the dancers as flowers that grow in our midst. As nature sustains the cycle of all life forms, the flowers that bloom over time come to embody our world in a balanced existence. In the dance, mankind and nature hence become inseparable.
What we want to portray is the different evolutions of time and how seasons will evolve along with that time. And that is one way. And another way is kind of like telling everybody that nature won't last forever. We felt as if the choreography that we did managed to complement what Lawrence was trying to portray out from his sand art. And it was sort of like Lawrence's art being the main bloom, and we just like the little flowers at the side, and when it all came together, it was as if like an orchestra piece.
The highlight of the performance is when both dancers and sand animation fuse together in one dimension. It further reinforces their concept of man and nature as one life form since our origin. Sand animation art offers a powerful and expressive vocabulary of physical interactions between artists' hands, small granules of sand, and dancers' graceful movements. While sand animation art is a therapeutic art form, over in South Korea, a non-verbal musical is taking the world by storm.